soon as you get to that pro circuit, you start to see I ain't the biggest guy on the court.
Yes, sir.
Then I went from seeing Peach the bully to Peach the orchestrator. So a lot of people didn't realize I'm seeing this dude that used to go and he's lifting and he's catching rebounds and his calves are literally his veins in his calves from jumping so high. And now all of a sudden he's running around the court like a madman, looking everywhere. You know, his drink going everywhere. You see him just dumping off the ball. Like
Jesus Christ.
To see him go from big man to guard, how was that transition for you? Was it, you know, I know that it was hard, and I know that Tyvon kind of made that transition a little bit easier, but was it like a slow and steady? Did you feel it like rapidly switching? Like, what was that I'm the big guy to now I'm here, I gotta see the floor, I gotta do more stuff? Like, how was that transition like for you?
Oh, I mean, like you said, Tyvon definitely played a huge part in that. And it was just wanting to be, like I said, like I'm like a sponge.
Yeah.
So I wanted to eventually get there. Like, my best chances of like playing at like overseas and like G League and like stuff like that, like you gotta be like, which looks better? A 6'4" small forward,
right,
or a 6'4" point guard? You know what I'm saying? That's scary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And being able to go to the boys and like they put me in that position was like I was thrown to the wolves immediately. And it wasn't even supposed to be like that, because I was supposed to be in the backcourt with one of my good friends, Louis Conde. He went to Penn State Du Bois.
Right.
I played against him in college. And, you know, he was there. We were supposed to be backcourt. He got sick the day before the game, and coach bumped me up to the one. And it was like, I'm on the ball, first game, I have 33, 12 and 10, like a triple-double. How do you take me off the ball after that? You know what I mean?
You can't.
So I stayed on the ball after that. My rookie year, I had averaged like 22, 11, and like 8.5. And it was like, I was like, wow. Like, you know, it once or twice, I would run down the court, and coaches yelling at me like, yo, Peach, you're the one. And like, I feel as though like that transition was steady but fast at the same time. You know what I mean? I felt like I had to kind of adjust on the fly.
Do you feel like you're one of the only guys around this area that has changed like their game completely like you have? Because you never see guys in this area play basketball past college.
Fuck yeah.
I mean,
like I don't know anyone that has been able to transition their game quite like you have.
There was nobody
in this area.
There was nobody that made it that far other than Stefan.
Yeah,
I mean, other than Willie and Stefan, there's nobody that really, you know, and that's why I say it. Like, when I mention, you know, and it kind of makes me look bad, because I'm like, I'm around the best motherfuckers in the world, and I'm so quick to say it when it comes to like people that are able to switch it up and do whatever they like. Jay Show when it comes to rapping, him when it came to basketball. I don't really see anybody, you know, that came outside of here. JC Shaw was a very good player, all of that stuff, but it was kind of like they were molded to stay the same, and I think that's why they didn't reach their full potential. I graduated with Langerdorfer, who ended up going D1 and not doing as well as he probably should have.
I was wondering about him.
Yeah. So, you know, as far as like guys that went to college and were able to transition and stuff like that, he put the right people around him. And, you know, even when he was by himself, you know, he got blessed with Tyvon, and it put him in a position to be the best in that, like, out of this area by far, like, bar none.
Right. I'm glad that I asked you that question and he answered it. That was pretty
I'm the most humblest person, like you and me, you know what I mean? Like I said, I give respect to everybody. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Everybody has their top 5 and their greats. And like, to piggyback off the college thing, I feel as though like, my thing is, like, would you rather go to a college that's going to utilize you, or would you rather go D1 just to be like, yo, I was Division 1? Right. You know what I mean? Like, do you want to go Division 1 and send the bitch for 4 years and play sparingly, and then when all said and done, you got your degree, but how was your basketball experience? Like, I grew from Worthington. Like, Worthington really grew me and groomed me, and I'm thankful. We're below NCAA Division 3. but I was able to. Now I'm playing against Division I guys, professional guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's no different. You're just playing at a higher level. That's it. Like, you know what I mean? And like, that's why I was saying, like, you gotta, like, it's not where you from. You just gotta make the best of like the situation that you in at that time.
Absolutely, because now I don't think back then there were so many leagues that you could join other than NBA really, and maybe like ABA or whatever the fuck happened back in the day. But like now there's so many leagues, it doesn't even really matter where you go to college at this point, because you go anywhere and then get signed to a semi-pro team and be the best player on the team. Like you have been really like putting the work in and killing it, and it didn't even matter what college you went to at all.
It's still hard, you know. You still have to change your game a lot.
Yeah,
but I will say, like, you know, like you said, like, they've made it so easy and so accessible now. Not easy, but they've made it more accessible to basically, you know, show your game outside of college. Not having to go to North Carolina and Duke and stuff like that to show that you're an actual good player and stuff like that. And for him, he's been getting to the bag since day one. So it was like to see him and be like, well, Peach came from fucking Penn State Worthington, and he's out here, you know, picking up his fucking bags and just dipping every fucking week, or getting an egg, getting on a bus, or getting an egg, getting in a car, and just going and seeing him basically move and maneuver like how he was. It was kind of like crazy to see, like, God damn, they're presenting opportunities now. Yeah, like it kind of opened my eyes and broadened my horizons to be like, this shit could be over, but as long as you put the work in and you have a work ethic like he does, the shit is really never over.
Never. As long as you can, man.
Yeah.